The following program is brought to you by Wightman TV and Bruce Telecom.
I'm Hope Robertson from Wightman Telecom. Thank you for joining us for the 6th annual Heals for Hospitals event. Today we are walking 1 kilometer up Allen Street and back, and we are hoping to raise funds for our local hospitals for the CKNX Healthcare Heroes Radiothon. In the first 5 years of Heals for Hospitals, Wightman has raised more than $40,000 with the help of you coming out and walking and participating with us. So thank you for joining us, and let's walk. Thank you. Okay, so thank you so much to everybody for being here today. As usual, it's cold, rainy, and muddy, apparently. So we are going to embark on our approximately 1 kilometer walk up Allen Street. So we will go through the walk, or through the lights, walk 1 block, and then loop around and walk back here. When we come back, there's coffee, Timbits, refreshments. So yeah, I think Alexis, you guys need help with.
Yes. So, good morning, everybody. Oh, that was pathetic. We're here to support our hospital. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So, some of our residents have come out today to support our hospital, and some are in wheelchairs, and we will probably need some community support with that. Thank you so much to Crescent Care residents for getting up this morning and coming out on a really rainy, crappy day. I appreciate it.
I'll get you for chocolate bean bush.
We at Crescent Care know the value of what our local hospitals do, and we don't ever take it for granted, because there are places in the world where we don't have the freedom of free health care, and we do. So thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to show support. And if you see a resident that's needing a push through the mud, please help them, and we can get through this 1 kilometer together. I would really appreciate it. Thank you all. Thank you for my team. It's humbling to see you all here.
Okay, so with that, let's walk. I am here with Blair Wightman, who is Wightman's owner and co-chair. Blair, thanks for taking a couple minutes to talk to us. So we have just completed a 1 kilometer walk up Allen Street. How does that feel?
That's fantastic. It's a little chilly today, but the cause makes it worthwhile.
Yes, the rain has held off so far too, so that is good. Blair, can you tell me why Heals for Hospitals is an important event that Wightman likes to support?
Heals for Hospital is so important to the community, well, for everyone. It's so important to support our local hospitals. As we know, the government doesn't support everything or all expenses that the hospitals have. It involves community support. We're here to do that. So far, this is our 6th Heals for Hospital. Thank you, Hope, for doing this. And we have raised in excess of $50,000, and it's all because of community support.
It's fantastic, and this year I think we had more than 7 teams from the local community. It's Crescent Care's 2nd time participating with us, and they brought a bus actually this year, which is pretty cool. So
that's for sure. That's right. Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot, Blair.
Thank you, Hope.
I am here with Alexis Brown, the Director of Nursing at Crescent Care in Harriston, Ontario. Alexis, second year in a row, Crescent Care has won Wightman's Community Challenge for bringing in the most pledges. That's phenomenal. So I think over the last 2 years, that means you brought in over $3,000, if I'm correct.
Almost 5.
That's fantastic. That's phenomenal. So this is your second year participating in Heals for Hospitals. Can you tell me why an event like this is important to you working at Crescent Care?
We depend so much on our hospitals. It's an event like this is a unique opportunity for our residents and our corporation to support our local hospitals in a way that goes directly to the hospital. It goes to the foundation, it goes to support local and rural growth and community support. We had a huge resident turnout when the residents heard about it this year. They were on board. We had local support from a bus company that ponied up a bus for us to bring the residents.
Bryn Mawr Bus Lines?
Bryn Mawr Bus Lines. And yeah, when we call on our hospitals, they're there for us. So when you guys call on us, we're there for them.
Well, Alexis, we appreciate you taking a couple minutes to talk to us. Sure. And boy, do we ever appreciate getting all of the residents out here, some in wheelchairs, some in walkers, on the bus, in the mud, in the rain. That's phenomenal, and it just truly shows your dedication. So thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having us.
I'm Hope Robertson. I'm here with Town of Minto Mayor George Bridge, who has faithfully supported Heals for Hospitals since the very beginning. So this is your 6th year, I guess, with the Town of Minto participating and coming out. All 6 years you guys have been a big part of this. George, can you tell me why an event like this is important for the Town of Minto to support?
Well, as you know, Hope, it's really important for our hospitals, and by having you do this, it's amazing. We, again, raised $11,000 today. And it's to see all the people out and everything from Crescent Care and all that. Just amazing to see this, and on a tough day, but we've had some tough ones.
It always, like the last 4 years, I think it's been like raining and muddy and
yeah. Well, the first year, remember, we walked out in the park. That didn't work out so good. So you got that figured out, that the heels don't work good in the grass.
No.
And it's my only time I get to wear my heels, so it's always a lot of fun to come out to this event.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I love to. This is your second or third year bringing your granddaughter out, which is really special too, I think.
Yeah, this is our 3rd year for Amy and for Ellen. She really enjoys it. Yeah, thanks very much for having us.
Oh, well, thank you so much for your support.
Okay.
I am here with Mr. Jack Walsh, who is Wightman Telecom's VP of Customer Care and Acquisition. Jack, you survived the walk.
Yes, I did. I'm a little bit numb, but I'm here.
So 6 degrees is the high today, according to the Clifford Fire Station temperature gauge over there. Jack, can you tell me why an event like Heals for Hospitals is important for Wightman to support?
Sure. Wightman tries to have a real balanced approach to our business, and it includes a lot of different stakeholders, our owners, our employees, and one of the big ones is our community. And we find that this particular fundraiser is one of the main ones for the year, and we love doing it, and it's a great cause.
And I think too, like this is our 6th year doing it. So with this year's funds raised of $11,000, that puts us over the $50,000 raised mark, which is pretty awesome.
Right. It sure is, and we hope that it can continue to grow. It's year over year, it seems to get better and better.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you taking a couple minutes to talk to us. Go get warmed up if you can.
Thanks, Hope. Thanks
Thank
for all
you.
your work in organizing this.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Living room solution, including sofa, love seat, coffee and end tables, 2 lamps, and area rug, starting at $14.99. Add a lazy boy recliner, priced from $3.99.
Or a 6-piece complete bedroom solution. Choose your bed, nightstand, chest, dresser, and mirror, color or stain, priced from $17.99.
Financing is available during the final days of the complete room solution sale at Forever Furniture in St. Joseph.
next generation of additives to support post-absorptive metabolism and overall production efficiency is Sure Gains Revolto, designed to deliver enzyme cofactors to enhance efficient production. It's been demonstrated that milk and cows fed with a ration including Revolto from day 4 to day 200 had an improved milk production of 2.7 kilograms per day. Visit your Sure Gain deal with the Hensel and District Co-op for Revolto. Vastly profitable.
Harrison Hallbecker and Hailstone Sales Consultants are here to help you defend your crop enterprise. Now's the time to book your corn and soybean seed and contract your fertilizer to lock down your cost of production and get the best deals of the season. P&H will help you on the field, whether sports or farming fields. They're an important part of your team. Visit cropspot.ca today to find your local Millstone or P&H sales consultant. CKNX brings you special programming today. It's the annual CKNX Healthcare Heroes Radiothon. We know you want your hospital to have the best equipment and people possible. You can make a donation by calling 519-357-1310 or toll free 1-877-227-3486. Help your local hospital. It feels good to give.
And we're back at 13th Annual CKNX Healthcare Heroes Radiothon. Beverly MAHOOD. Phil May is here as well. Hi, Phil.
Hi, Phil. He's feeling lonely out there. He really is. Okay, good, good. All right, so we have company here. Now, let's see what the rest of this district is doing. Let's go to Chesley. And Chesley, sorry, I can't read today. What is my problem? Well, I know I have many problems. Yes, I need those glasses. Thank you very much. Let's go and see what Craig Picton is doing.
Heroes Radiothon, and I am now in Chesley. It's the 13th annual, and Chesley has been involved all 13 years. We're at the Chesley grocery store, where they have hamburgers, turkey burgers, sausage, chocolate milk and water, $5. That's all it's going to cost you, and of course all the money going to a great cause. The money this year is trying to go to get the medical dispenser. So that's the big cause this year. That's why we want you to come out, have a bite to eat, enjoy the day with us. Weather's pretty good, actually better than when I was here 2 years ago. And Sean, the vice chairman, is actually joining me right now. Sean, just tell us a little bit about what is exactly going on here and why.
Hi there, it's Jay Stevens from Classic Rock 94.5, working for Wightman TV today. I wonder if I actually collect a paycheck. That'd be the first.
Same for that you get for the duties at Classic Rock 94.5.
Hey, it's Jay Stevens, volunteering for Wightman TV today with Phil May and host the Classic Rock 94.5. Phil, you have supported the CKNX Healthcare Heroes Radiothon since its inception in 2002. This year you were actually an active member of one of the major events that is held by Wightman Telecom. They've raised now over $50,000 in the 6 years that they've been doing this, $11,000 this year. That's the highest total that they've raised, and you were a big part of that. Tell us about your experience.
I'm old, Jay, so...
There we have it. Thanks so much for coming out,
I need a hospital. I need a hospital. You know, it's funny because some people will come up to you and they'll want to give you a pat in the back and say thanks for everything that you're doing and all that stuff. And they don't realize that way deep down inside, it's a completely selfish move because I'm taking care of myself because I need that hospital. My mom, my sisters, my kids, we all use a hospital. And not having to drive to, London or Kitchener or Toronto or something is really important to me, especially in February.
And we talked off camera, given what we do, we often take for granted our own health sometimes, and we try to play hurt, as they say. It's so important for us to be there every day for those listeners, not for the entertainment factor, but merely to give them the news, the information, and often the road closures and stuff like that. You recently had a situation where you had to use the Wingham Hospital, and it was so convenient having it 9 seconds outside our door.
Very true. When we had our workforce tour, I had to go out and shake hands, and I'm thinking, I can't swallow. My throat was so sore. I was afraid I might have strep, and I thought, you know what, Phil, you better get checked before you go spread something around. So I just popped across to Emerge and spent a little time there. A doc came in and gave me the go-ahead, and it was great. But it was good to be able to go out and know that I wasn't making everybody else sick, right?
We often take for granted, just people in general, that if not for that quality local health care, things wouldn't operate. Communities don't hum without those great people and without those great institutions. Now, tell us a little bit about the Heals for Hospitals, because you've had it easy for the past 6 years. You've been able to sit behind the scenes and talk about all the guys that put on the strappy numbers and go out and walk a kilometer in high heels. This year, you actually put your money and allowed friends to pledge and put their money where your mouth always is.
True. That's a true story. I've been friends with Hope Robertson for I don't even know how many years. 6, 7 years, something like that. And she's been after me for all of that time. So when are you going to come walk with us? And I always had the excuse, well, I'm on the panel, I can't. And this year, not on the panel. And you know what? Honest to God, it was. I had fun. And I was sitting there thinking, how can people not want to participate in stuff like that? Because it's community coming together to do a great thing. We're supporting ourselves, really, our loved ones, our families, and we're having a laugh doing it. And it was very kind of Hope and a lovely nurse to help me finish. Because I was a good 100 yards behind everybody else. I'm not fast in heels.
Phil actually stopped at 4 hospitals on the way back just to make it back to the studio today. So this year we've raised $11,000. You yourself have raised about $1,000 of that, which is great. I commend you for participating. Hope was just talking off camera about why I don't do this, but I think it'd really scare a lot of people if they saw how good I can walk in heels. Volunteering for Wightman TV and Blackburn Radio, I mean, I have to supplement the income somehow.
There you go.
But I think this is a fantastic event, and as you kind of spoke before, it's amazing that more people don't want to do this, but I think as more people like yourself get out and get involved in these, and the big stakeholders in these local communities, the more they get out and they partake in a lot of these events and realize how fun it is and tell their friends, that's how we get that number to grow every year. So what would you say to anybody that has heard you talk about the Heals for Hospitals, that's seen it online before, hasn't been involved, but is thinking about it for 2015?
Simple, do it. Just do it. Do it. Don't wait until you're sitting in an emergency room somewhere or wishing there was a hospital or a doctor or a piece of equipment available. Do it now. And make sure that equipment's waiting for you when you get there, because we're all going to get there.
1 kilometer pain, long-term gain.
That's right.
Phil Main from Classic Rock Mornings. Jay Stevens from Classic Rock 94.5 for Wightman TV.
I am here with the absolutely beautiful Beverley MAHOOD, country music superstar. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes to talk with us today. So Beverley, how long have you been involved with the Healthcare Heroes Radiothon?
Well, this was my second year. Last year was my first acknowledgement of it. John gave me a call and asked if I would be a part of it. And I remember, as always, this is a really busy time for me, but I remember knowing that if I had this little window, I would make sure I was here. And I so enjoyed it last year. When you see what happens with this community and how much they give back. So when I was asked to do it again this year, this is the only place I would be. It's very meaningful, this area. I grew up all around these parts. These are country people, country folks. They listen to my music. I've got to give back, and the way to give back is to be here, but also to give the donation that I received this year, the funds from the Slate Music Humanitarian Award, to give back to this community and make sure it stays right here.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Hope.
Next hour, as the CKNX Healthcare Heroes Radiothon continues the 13th annual edition. We're going to break for news and come back with more fun after this.
Hey, this is Dave from Doc Walker, asking you to please
So I'm here with Darren Stevenson, who is the chair of the Radiothon, which I just said is a pretty big deal. No pressure, Darren. So thanks for taking a couple minutes out of your busy day to talk to us. How long have you been involved with the CKNX Healthcare Heroes Radiothon?
I believe it's 9 years now that I've been coming here.
And over the course of that 9 years, how has the event itself evolved?
It's gotten bigger and bigger every year. The people now are almost fighting to come back every year because we do have a lot of fun here. We have a great group of people that work very well together, and we have a lot of fun doing it. It's a great day.
Thank you. And what do you think as far as, like, you see so many different communities coming together. I think the Radiothon itself supports 14 hospitals, which is phenomenal. Like, what does an event like this do for local communities?
Well, it's nice that we can, because we are all such small foundations in the grand scheme of things, we can come together, have a big event, and still the donors can direct their dollars to the hospital that they support. So we don't really have to compete with one another. We can work collectively as a group for the greater benefit for everyone involved.
And I've had a couple of people ask me, like, how do you get involved? Like, if you wanted to come on and answer phones or, you know, get involved behind the scenes, how would somebody go about getting involved in the process?
Contact your local foundation. Each foundation is always doing events, and they're always looking for help. And I would encourage people that don't necessarily want to take on a board position, call in and say, you know what, I'm good for 4 hours once a year. If you're doing an event, I can help out a little bit. And that kind of help is greatly appreciated because the board members generally work very, very hard to run these events. And sometimes they just need a little bit of help for a little bit of time. And if that's all you can give, that's great, and it's greatly appreciated. So I would encourage anybody to give a call and, like I said, tell them what you are able to do, and they'll find work for you.
We'll take it. Anyway, thank you so much for your time, Darren. We really appreciate it, and thank you so much for all you do for our local communities.
Thank you very much.
We're going to get to some great local live entertainment now. Who's with us, Buzz?
I don't know. I don't actually.
It's right here.
Oh, I'm sorry. There we are. It's Neil, Lori Aiken, and Mona Hillis. Who's who?
Hi.
Who's who?
Hi, Mona.
Hello, Mona.
I'm Lori, and this is my husband.
Hi. Great. Great to have you guys here.
From? Where are you from? Forest and Holstein. Now Forest and Holstein, yeah.
And what do you do?
Well, by day, work at Ronan and work on the farm, and I teach school at Victoria Cross Public School, teach grade 8.
And I'm at Randolph Academy for the Performing Arts in Toronto. Fantastic.
And what do you do?
He works at Ronan.
I'm working at Ronan too. And what is this you put together now? It's
well, we recently did a production of Anne of Green Gables with the Holstein Drama Group.
Right.
And so this is a number from that involving Matthew and Marilla Cuthbert and, of course, Anne of Green Gables.
Were you all in the play?
Indeed we were.
And was it a full-on musical?
It was.
Wow, great. That's awesome. Okay, so you're going to do a number from that play, right? Okay, go ahead. Thanks.
Thank you. I'll have to do that one. Now this one, I've got the check, so I know it's
We clearly requested a boy.
A boy's what we wanted, I guess.
I guess that a girl's not so bad.
So badly we needed a boy. We clearly requested a
Boys, what they wanted, I guess.
That a girl's not
So badly we needed a boy. Could help out on the farm. It's selfish to think of myself.
I am partial to boys.
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 A girl can help Marilla around the house. A girl can bring alfalfa to the cows.
A boy can milk and carry in the pails.
Boys are made of snails. And puppy dogs' tails.
A boy can plow, a boy can hay and hoe. A girl can only sit and knit and sew.
girls are still as mice.
Girls are made of spice. Won't they think twice? She hates me because I'm a
Girl is alright, I declare.
that she'll have to go back, go back, go back.
Go back.
We clearly requested my call of arrested.
It can't be contested.
Oh, I'm sorry. We clearly requested.
Wow.
That's fantastic, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
there we
you
go.
so
Well,
much.
That's like a little bit of Broadway or something coming.
And what do you guys, is there a term for that where one's playing off the other with the same, is there even a term for that?
It's called difficult.
Yes. Well, you did it quite well. Thank you so much.
Big round of applause for Neil and Lorraine Aiken and Mona Hillis on the end. Thank you very much. Okay, good stuff. That was fun.
It is fun. We get to have live people in here. It's so great.
Speaking of live music, let's be scornful.
Yes, they are. We have lots of talent in this area, and we invite them to come and see us, and that's wonderful. If you want to make a call, though, 357-1310, or toll free at 1-877-227-3486.
Yep, and it's the CKNX 13th annual CKNX Healthcare Heroes Radiothon. Let's find out what exactly is being done in Walkerton with regards to the
The preceding program was brought to you by Wightman TV and Bruce Telecom.